Welcome back to the MMA scene. Today's video presents former UFC welterweight champion Kamaru Usman may have suffered back-to-back defeats at the hands of Leon Edwards and be the furthest distance he's been from the title picture in years, but that doesn't mean he's short on motivation. During a recent interview with ESPN MMA's Brett Okamoto, Usman looked ahead to what's next for him, having made a failed trip across the pond in March. With Colby Covington expected to be next in line for a shot at Edwards' gold, and Gilbert Burns and Bilal Muhammad set to battle for the place behind Chaos this weekend at UFC 288, Usman suggested that only one name makes sense.
So Kobe's 2, so they're gonna fight, and 3 is Khamzat.
I think still Khamzat, technically.
Yeah. So I think a fight with myself and Khamzat, boom. And if he keeps winning, I think that's a 4th fight for sure.
I like that a lot, man. I like that a lot.
I like that too.
You've been thinking about that?
Recently, I mean, it's for me now. I'm just kind of in a place to where it's like I'm having fun with it. I'm having fun. So it's like, what's the biggest, funnest, most intense fight that really makes me feel that?
Yeah.
And there's a couple fights. That's the fight right there.
Yeah. What if it had to happen at 185? Does that still interest you or not?
Potentially. Potentially does, because a fight's a fight. He's a fighter. Khamzat's a fighter, and I'm a fighter. At the end of the day, you can't run away from, like I said, I fight these guys' heart, not their weight. I've been able to deal with middleweights in the gym and sometimes light heavyweights in the gym. So, for me, it's not necessarily the weight, but, if he wants a shot at that welterweight strap, you kind of have to, give a little bit and show that, hey, I can get down here. Yeah. So, if he's able to do it, yeah, potentially. And if it's up at a weight, yeah, potentially as well.
So interesting, man, because when you were holding the title, you were kind of like, you weren't like saying that it wouldn't happen, but you're like, hey, he needs to earn it. It wasn't like a fight that you were necessarily like so welcoming. You weren't like dismissive of it, but you weren't super welcoming to it. And now, so to hear you say like express interest in it is just, I understand the difference, of course, but it's like, it's just interesting, because you and I have talked about Khamzat before. It's just like, this is a different.
Yeah. See, the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm at the top of the division. Like, all roads lead through me. And when you're the champion, you're kind of, you're almost kind of, I don't want to say stuck, because you work to get to be a champion, but it's, you don't really have much leeway.
Yeah.
In picking, except if you're Connor, but you don't really have much leeway in picking what you want to do. You're the champion. You have to defend against the next guy. And so it didn't make sense. The guy had fought 1 or 2 guys in the division that weren't even ranked until he fought Burns. So it didn't make sense to it's a Rocky story. I just pick a guy off. Okay, yeah, you get a title shot next. It didn't make sense. And I was limited on what I could do. But now I'm not limited on what I can do. Now I can welcome any fight, that fight, any other fight that I, want.
Thanks for watching us. If you like, please don't forget to like and subscribe.